Irish woman, Danielle McLaughlin, and a friend from Australia traveled to Goa, India in February of 2017. McLaughlin had visited the country before and had at one point volunteered in an orphanage. During her 2017 trip, she lived in a beach hut and reportedly hoped to find work as a yoga teacher. 2 weeks after her arrival in the country, McLaughlin and her friend went to a party celebrating the Hindu Holi festival at the Green Park Resort in Palolem Beach. Evidence indicated that the woman had been abused and beaten to the point of disfigurement. An autopsy would find that she suffered cerebral damage and constriction of the neck, resulting in her death. She'd been extensively beaten about the face with a rock and a beer bottle, with the partial purpose of frustrating identification efforts. The victim's face was so badly damaged that McLaughlin's own mother couldn't recognize her and had to confirm her identity based on her hair color and a distinctive tattoo. During her past visits to Goa, McLaughlin had met a young man by the name of Vikat Bhagat. Before leaving the Palolem beach party on the evening of March the 13th, she was captured on CCTV walking with him. Bhagat was arrested hours after McLaughlin's body was discovered. Local law enforcement found that his clothes had blood stains on them and the victim's clothes were located close to his home. The man initially admitted to assaulting and killing McLaughlin, but roughly 2 months later wrote a 29-page open letter denying he'd been responsible. Bhagat claimed that he was in love with the victim, adding that the horrific crimes against her had been perpetrated by 3 of his friends. The accused killer wrote that the police completely disregarded his version of events. He accused officers of giving him electric shocks to his calf muscles and forcing him to touch broken beer bottles for fingerprints. According to Bhagat's letter, he and McLaughlin had left together on the night in question and stopped at the spot where her body was later discovered. They were drunk and had been smoking cannabis. Bhagat's friends then called and asked to join them, and Bhagat gave them their location. Sometime later, 2 motorbikes pulled up to the scene. According to Bhagat, one of his friends reportedly told him to ask McLaughlin to have relations with the group. An argument ensued and she slapped the man in question. He and the others then stripped McLaughlin, held her down and forced themselves on her before beating her to death with beer bottles. Local lawyer Vikram Varma, who assisted the victim's family during the lengthy legal proceedings that followed, also expressed his suspicion that more than one person had been involved in the attack. The police, however, interviewed the 3 men named by Bhagat and ruled them out as suspects. Bhagat was found guilty, and in February of 2025, 8 years after the murder, the 31-year-old was sentenced. A lawyer for McLaughlin's family said in a statement, "There was no other suspect or gang involved in Danielle's death, and Bhagat was solely responsible for cruelly ending her beautiful life." The man was given a life sentence for the killing, a second life sentence for the abuse, and 3 additional years for destroying evidence.